What is up, everyone? A little two-part video today. Going to do a long-term review of the truck here, and then going to do some prep for autocross next week on the blue car. Going to get rid of those dry rotted tires. I'll show you how dry rotted they actually are once I get them off and get on these new tires here. So these just went something cheap. I think it was 180 bucks a tire for 305 30 20. So just absolutely massive tires as well. Potentia Bridgestones. They had pretty good ratings from what I could see, but not gonna make, don't want a set of rain tires and slick tires. So I got these because they would be able to do a little bit of each. It'd be able to work in the wet, work in the dry, a lot better than what I have in the car right now. So that's why I picked them. So I'm gonna get the wheels off the blue car right now, the wheels and tires off, show you guys how I kind of knew that they were dry rotted, and then we'll get this thing loaded up and get heading off. It is a pretty nice little off-roader. Have taken it to a few places here and there. Nothing too exciting, so I haven't filmed it, but I do want to do that for you guys in the future, because what it did off-roading, it actually handled some areas much better than what the Raptor did. And I want to show you guys, because there is better departure and approach angles on this thing. It does, the way the bumper is, it does work a little bit better that way. And I just really liked how it handled off-road, so I will get that. We'll get it pulled out, get the wheels off this blue car here, and I'll show you guys why it is such, why I knew the tires were dry rotted. So as you guys can already see, I went ahead and just pulled out the bed liner, or not the bed liner, sorry, the bed extender. So basically it just folds up halfway, or I guess a third of the way, kind of towards you a little bit, and just pulls straight out. So in that way, it's super easy to take out. And with the bed being a little bit smaller, I don't think everything is going to fit. I didn't want it open, and it's just easier than moving it around, trying to move the tires. But let's get these off. You guys look here. Compound is just super hard. Just like not soft at all. As you can see, it's starting to chunk just a little bit. Like there's just pieces coming out of it. You'll especially see that on the other side. Be like just pieces of rubber are coming out. There's almost no tread here. On this side, just worn out. These tires are absolutely toast. Because if we come over here, look at this one. As you can see, the rubber is a lot more, it almost looks wet, but it's not. That's just moisture in the rubber, and that's how you know there's grip. It's soft. You can see me like squeezing it. Definitely the difference between new and then old rubber. Yeah, those are completely done. But here's a good, we can look at the actual tread pattern of these. As you can see, wide 305s all the way across, really wide. But it does have pretty good grooves to get rid of water if need to, but I think they'll have pretty decent just overall grip as well. As you can see, big difference with these, how much smaller they look compared to those. Tucked absolutely underneath. You can see it just tucked underneath right there. No poke, just completely tucked. Look terrible, but won't be on the cart for long because we're gonna get them loaded up, get all these loaded up and get them switched off. So we look at this one. This one's almost just as bad. As you can see, these lines are supposed to go same thing, just super hard rubber, no softness at all. But yeah, like you can see it, the lines there, almost completely gone, and just super hard. Can't find the extreme chunking that I saw. I saw on one of the tires to where you could see the cords are just completely chunked through. But I don't see it anymore, but oh well. As you can see, not what you want with a tire. And that's probably for a reason a lot of my understeer during the event. If you guys watched the video, you saw that I'd push the car really hard and then it would just lose grip. There'd be no in between, just understeer through the turns. And these, I kept saying I felt like it lacked front and downforce. It wasn't front and downforce, just front and grip. 100% coming from these. More front end grip from the new tires, I think will make a huge difference. Will definitely help the overall feel of the car because it just was not confidence inspiring. It would feel great for a little bit and then just absolute nothing. And I think the front tires were the reason for that. Can fit two, so it's a 305, it's upside down for you, I know. It's a 305 30 20, can fit two side by side, cannot fit them in the front because of those, the wheel wells, you can see them right there, so they do sit up a little bit, but you can fit them sideways like that. So it is definitely a little bit of smaller bed than the Raptor, as you can see. Plenty of room to fit, put the tailgate up, no issues, don't stick up or anything like that. So there is plenty of room to do a set of 4 tires, especially with how big these ones are. Okay guys, I just got back home. You can see tires are still sitting in the truck. Just let the dog out. As you can see, these look a lot better than what the other ones look. You can actually see the rubber, no chipping, none of that other stuff they look like. They actually look like decent tires. So we'll get them on, make sure there's no rubbing. They look about the same size as the other ones. The reason I said that is some rubber runs wider than others. Like if you look at a Mickey Thompson 305, it is bigger than some 315s of other tires. Just the way it works, some rubber just isn't the same size. They look roughly the same. So let's get those on and actually get this car finished up and ready for the next event. So before we throw these tires on, let's talk about a few things. They are the Bridgestone Potencia S001. Obviously there are newer tires out that you can use, but like I said, I wanted to use this one because it looked like it would work in both wet and dry. They are asymmetrical, so basically the tread pattern is not the same on either side, but they are non-directional, so I can throw it on this side or that side. As long as the outside is in fact on the outside of the tire, it doesn't matter, it'll be the same. For those of you who don't know really what asymmetrical looks like, look at cars with Toyo's R888Rs. The tread pattern will not be the same either side, but you can flip it either side and it's still fine. Looking at this, it looks like it's actually going to be a little bit wider, which means there will be more contact patch on the ground, but I don't know how it's going to fit under the wheel well. Just by looking at it, you can see it's a little bit wider. So let's get it on and see how much wider. So they are a little bit wider. You can see they poke out just a little bit more than the other tires. The other ones did fit a little bit better, but I think they should still tuck underneath the fender. So I have a little bit wider front. Looks like the wheel is turned a little bit. I'm probably gonna have to adjust that one. But yeah, they do look like they stick out just a little bit. Look at it. I did adjust it, and this side definitely does poke more. Not sure why, but it does, but it still should tuck up underneath there. If it doesn't, then we'll deal with that later. Maybe raise the front a little bit, but that side will be good. You can tell these tires definitely are a little bit bigger. Now, before we really want to get pushy on these front tires, we want to take them on some miles, simply because there is a little bit of film over the tires just coming out of the mold. That helps them release from the mold. And if you don't dry them a little bit, that film's going to stay on there. They're not going to be as sticky. They say tires become the stickiest after about 3 heat cycles, which is why some high-performance tires let you actually heat cycle them before you even buy them. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get some miles on it, make sure everything feels good, get that film off, so then the next event, we're not first lap out, we're not trying to get that off.